We're on.
We're on. Let me face this way a little bit more.
Don't watch that. Watch the camera.
Yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second episode of Zunday.
Zunday.
That's Funny Book's new Sunday morning streaming show. Turn your Sundays into Zunday every Sunday at 11 a.m. live streaming on the Funny Books YouTube channel.
Let us know if we have sound.
Let us know if we have sound. So we were going to start talking about last week's show,
Right.
which was our debut episode, and we didn't have enough viewers, so I figured out a way to get more viewers. So this week we have kittens, well, a kitten on the show. You know, if something has a cat, I generally order it for Funny Books. Dogs too, dogs and cat comics both sell. And you may want to pay attention to animal comics for the upcoming Funny Books Olympics in case we ask you to find something about an animal comic.
This cat has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, so anyway, last night I was up working on Action Figure Kingdom. It was about midnight, and I heard this meowing from outside my apartment, and it wasn't stopping, so I went out, and this little guy was basically sitting right next to my doorstep. Or girl, I don't know yet, you're very young. So I had no choice but to bring her or him inside, and spent the night together. And then today after the show, oh look, you can't see the kitten. Today after the show, I'm going to, try to figure out.
I'm going to move this here so that every time you look at it, you're not looking off camera.
I got to figure out what to do with. I've been in the market for a kitten. I am going on vacation shortly, so I would have to figure out some logistics here if I intend to keep this one right here. But
I will say, I don't know if he necessarily had no choice but to bring it in, but
I did bring
that's
it in.
One way to do it.
And she's a sweetheart, or he is a sweetheart. So we decided to bring the kitten over to spice up Zunday. So last week's show was a lot of fun.
Last week's show was super fun.
My favorite part was watching Ziggy's face when I say commemorate.
He said commemorate.
So if you have time, if you're really bored, go back and watch last week's show. We should have time-stamped it.
Yeah.
Get to the point where I say commemorate.
It's somewhere around 19 minutes, I think.
And then
I might be completely making that up.
But what you want to pay attention to is Ziggy's face almost immediately when I say commemorate, because Ziggy can think of nothing else except for commemorate. And he's thinking of commemorate the entire time we're talking. And then when I finally shut up,
do this.
Finally shut up, Ziggy has to bring up commemorate. But my favorite part is just his face thinking of commemorate. What was your favorite part of the show, Ziggy?
My favorite part of the show is kind of related to commemorate, but it's all the times you mispronounce words.
Like Armageddon.
Armageddon. Or facsimile.
Which we will be talking about later. I thought your favorite part was when we went to total silence for over a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Based on your Amalgam and DC versus Marvel slideshow.
There's this really good part, and we should probably, even though it's a little farther down on the show sheet, we should probably just jump right to this as we talk about it. But basically, last week when we were talking about the upcoming Marvel versus DC omnibuses and the special that we have going for people who want to get it, I switched to a graphic of the covers and talk about how you have a choice between the standard cover or the Jim Lee variant cover, but I set it up wrong, and the entire time for like a minute and a half that we're on that graphic, no audio. So everything that I said, nobody heard.
You might have thought the video was over. It just tuned out right there.
That's probably the smart move.
Yes. By the way, you just reminded me, the form is wrong now because I didn't allow for the different covers.
Oh, you didn't allow for the different covers.
Yeah, so we're going to redo the form.
But let's talk about what we have.
Yes.
Let's get some information on this. While this...
Yeah, so...
I'm not going to pet the cat anymore.
It's on my lap. I know, it's kind of weird.
I realized what was happening there. So we have this form that's going to be updated to account for the two different covers.
Yes.
In the meantime, if you come in and you want to use it, you can just write down which cover.
That makes sense.
There's the standard cover. One of them is on the Amalgam Age book. The standard cover is by Dave Gibbons. on the Marvel vs. DC book. The
George Perez, right?
standard cover is George Perez. It's the classic from the old Crossover Classics trade paperback cover. And then they each have a Jim Lee wraparound variant. So you can see what's in each volume, and then you can check off what you want at the bottom of this sheet. It'll say whether you want one book or both books, which book you want if you just want one. Explains the discount, the deposit, and what your balance is. And when you fill this out and give the deposit, which is $25 for one book, $50 for two books, you will get this voucher. This is not the camera. That's the camera.
Oh, yeah.
And then when the books come in, you just pay the balance and you have yourself an excellent omnibus. So this is what we have. I know a lot of people have been wondering about this. Come on in, get your orders in. Orders are due July 1st, if I remember correctly. And that's that thing.
Very good.
You can check that off your show list.
I know, but I didn't bring a pen. I had one before. I don't know what I did with
Here,
it.
I'll just rip it off.
Uh-huh.
Here, wait.
All right, and so, how you doing there, Kitty? Kitty showed up on Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Funny Books, basically, I'd say the majority of our customers are probably dads. Would you say that's true? The majority?
So that is no longer on the show list. Item complete.
And while I'm not a dad myself, well, happy Father's Day to my dad for sure. You know, I have raised a bunch of kids through coaching and through the store here. I've raised Ziggy since he was 13.
And look how I turned out.
Yeah. But, you know, we have some amazing dads who shop here. I mean, they're just great. So I hope everyone out there has a wonderful Father's Day. And if you're in town visiting for Father's Day, like if you grew up in town and used to come to Funny Books and have since moved out of town and are visiting, Funny Books is open from noon to 5 every Sunday. So certainly come by, or even if you're in town, come by with Dad. Unlike Mother's Day, Father's Day is a big holiday.
And
for
if you
Funny
grew
Books.
up in town and then moved out of town, but then moved into town and then left town but drove back to town to visit somebody, but then had breakfast outside of town, then you could come back to town and come to Funny Books.
From noon to 5 Sunday. So happy Father's Day.
Yes, happy Father's Day.
Okay, so June is our birthday month.
June is our birthday
That's
month.
on the show sheet here. And
June 20th, 1992.
I'm really excited for June. You know, I just got done with the lacrosse coaching season in May, and that's a lot of time, a lot of commitment. So kind of June, I came in kind of re-energized to get back to get my hands dirty and get into Funny Books boxes and go through some comics. And
I just did a Jean-Luc Picard.
ah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, restock the store. We didn't even talk about our wrestling shirts.
We're wearing wrestling
Talking about
shirts.
mispronunciation.
I can pronounce words. I just can't.
Isn't it
talk.
weird how it's pronounced, but it's mispronunciation? It's not mispronunciation.
It's moose pronunciation.
So my shirt is Daniel Bryan, of course. Yes, yes, yes. Very positive, as I like to be. Of course, the week I bought this shirt, he changed to no, no, no. I swear to God, he changed. He was a heel, and he was no, no, no. I just got this shirt, and he was no, no, no the next week.
And I'm wearing my Bo Dallas Bo Leave. It's all you got to do shirt. Classic. There's a lot of rumor. Now I haven't watched. For those of you that are watching wrestling, yesterday was that pay-per-view Clash at the Castle. They're in Scotland. There's been rumors about Bo Dallas coming back. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know if that actually happened. But I'm wearing my Bo shirt.
And for those of you who don't know who Bo Dallas is,
Dallas
is, join the crowd because I don't know who Bo Dallas is.
So he's coming back. He's Bray Wyatt's brother.
Oh yeah, okay, I know Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
And so they're doing this whole thing that now it looks like he's going to be coming back, possibly with like some gimmick related to Bray Wyatt. But went back here, he was talking about positive. His whole thing was being inspirational.
Oh really?
That's why it was.
So we both have very inspirational
all you have to
shirts
do is
on.
Bo Leave. Yeah.
And yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Bo Leave, yes, yes, yes. And this is time for our first commercial. What a great time for our first commercial of the day. This is the commercial for ECPW, the East Coast Professional Wrestling Organization, which
Yep.
is right on the corner here, around the corner from Funny Books.
Right across the street.
It's always been there.
Behind the Jeans 3, extra plug, Jeans 3 convenience store.
Yes, and it's run by Mr. Italy, Gene, and they're having an event in Boonton this Friday night, the 21st, at the Elks Lodge, I believe it is. We went last time. It's a blast.
Oh, super fun.
We had a lot of fun yelling at the wrestlers and getting into it. And we're going to do another Funny Books outing this
the kitten's
Friday.
already getting into it.
The kitten loves wrestling. So we're going to go, Funny Books is going to have like a little outing, I believe, this Friday. We're going to try to get to this wrestling. And so if you're interested in wrestling, you know, maybe we'll see you over there. It does start at 7. Funny Books is normally open until 8 on Friday. So this Friday, Funny Books will close early at 6. So we can do this as a group thing for our 21st birthday, which is this Thursday.
Yes. And you might think because we call this our first commercial that this is actually some sort of paid sponsorship. It is not. We're just talking about
We're
it.
just talking about it because our buddies, we have a lot of customers that wrestle for ECPW, including Flo Jr., I want to
Is that-
say. Yeah, I believe, but I don't want to give his real name up.
Ooh,
Whoa,
Jesus.
nice leap. Did you see the leap?
Yeah.
Wow. Can you do that in slow motion on like...
I don't know.
So we look forward to watching the wrestling this Friday up at the Boonton Elks Lodge. All right. You know what?
Yes, what's next on
Well,
the show sheet?
let me see.
The
Well,
famous Zunday show sheet.
yes, the Sunday show sheet. So there's a bunch of things to talk about coming up here. Let's talk about Funny Book's birthday. This is our 32nd birthday coming up this Thursday night, and we're going to celebrate big time with our biggest sale of the year. It's Destroy All Sales, the 4-day Summer Birthday 2024 edition. It's a sale, as you can see, of Mass Armageddon. Mass Armageddon returns to Funny Books. The sale will begin Thursday, March 20th, 10 to 6. That is our official birthday. Then Friday, June 21st, 10 to 6, because we're closing early to go to the wrestling. Then Saturday, June 22nd, 10 to 6, and then we'll wrap it up Sunday. After next Zunday, I should have put Zunday on the sign.
Rob Martin wants to know if we need food for the cat.
The cat has recently eaten for the first time. Former Funny Books girl Erin stopped by with food for the cat and water for the cat. And I had water for the cat. Litter for the cat, I should say. So Destroy All Sales is like the Godzilla movie Destroy All Monsters that combines all the monsters into one big movie. Like Destroy All Monsters, Destroy All Sales combines a bunch of Funny Books' most popular sales
Look at the camera.
into, can you center us a little more? Into one big sale. So if Ziggy asked me, well, what kind of sales are going to be included in Destroy All Sales, Steve?
Look at the camera.
Hi. Hi. I know. I like looking at the monitor.
That's why I originally didn't want to put it there. But
haven't-
then you were just looking over there.
I haven't yet worked on exactly what sales, but I will tell you that Funny Fever, for sure, which means the price is the discount on all graphic novels, a $30.
Should I make guesses and then you can say maybe?
Yeah.
Ladders?
Maybe. Ladders is coming up in July anyway. Maybe
Mer-
we'll get a head start on Ladders.
Merch Madness?
Merch Madness, yes. And Merch Madness will be the same deal as Funny Fever, but instead on merchandise. So if you're going to buy, for instance, this Santa Jack Funko Pop, it's $13.99, 14% off during Merch Madness.
Fallback?
Fallback for sure. Fallback is our back issue sale. I mean, it's possible that all comics in boxes Thursday through Sunday will be half price with Fallback.
Love Bucks?
I am going to include Love Bucks in the sale. A new batch of Love Bucks will be printed. You'll be able to buy them for these 4 days only. These Love Bucks will not be able to be used until after Labor Day.
Epic Fail.
Epic Fail will be part of the sale.
I'm so good at this.
Yeah, it will be part of the sale. Epic Fail are books that we have deemed extras or unsellable, maybe some damages, and they're half price.
The name of this episode is going to be Look at the Camera.
Or the cat is
Or the cat.
crying constantly.
Right now, the official name of this episode is because it's episode 2.
Yeah.
This is
Attack of the Cat.
It's well, that's a good one. It's actually episode 2, Attack of the Clones pun I can't think of right now.
Oh no, Attack of the Cat for sure.
Attack of the Cat for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll get changed to that.
So, as part of our birthday celebration, we are having Destroy All Sales 4-day sale. Don't miss it.
Oh my God.
Here, give me Kitty. I know.
It
I
keeps
know.
climbing
She's got
up me.
some claws, I'll tell you.
I know.
Look at this little thing. How's that for getting views, Ziggy?
I think we should be having 100 viewers right now.
Next
with
week,
all this cat.
next week, I'm going to find a live orangutan outside my apartment and bring that on the show.
Funny books on the Planet of the Apes.
I like that. We absolutely will probably get to Planet of the Apes if we do enough of these episodes.
I know. We love Planet of the Apes.
All right, another big thing happening at Funny Books this month for our birthday.
Wait.
Funny Books
Wait, I
Summer Olympics.
made a graphic for that.
Oh, I did too.
This is good because this covers my face. That's
Maybe
what we
this is
want.
better. Oh wait, it goes opposite.
Oh, that's really good. Double Olympics, 0 Steve. That's what I want.
So yes, the Funny Books Olympics. Basically,
Look, we have graphics now. It's like a whole new world.
Hey, can you hear us this time?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I can see that we have audio.
So the reason we're having the Funny Books Olympics was because I had an idea to do this logo.
Yeah, that's the whole event is based on this logo.
Yeah, I wanted to do this logo. I had this great concept to do the O's in Funny Books and the O in Olympics.
Let me.
And but let me tell you something. We haven't had the Funny Books Olympics since the old store.
Right. It's been what? The last Funny Books Olympics
She
was
loves
what?
you, this cat, or
all,
he.
All cats do.
Yeah, them.
We're gonna say she until we know otherwise.
or they.
Or they.
So the Funny Books Olympics, I've been working on it. It's logistically it's a lot, but I'm very excited. There'll be multiple events. This is all tentative, so if I say anything that doesn't happen, it's wishful thinking.
Asterisk. Asterisk. Event subject to change.
But is it asterisks?
No.
Ricks?
Isk.
Isk.
Asterisk.
Asterix. Put that in the Funny Books dictionary.
I'd also like to point out, earlier he mentioned how last time he said commemorate. He wrote a note on the show sheet to bring this up, except for he wrote commemorate.
Commemorate.
He didn't even get his mispronunciation
I
correct.
thought I said commemorate.
Commemorate. It's commemorate.
Can you put her on the floor? Let her walk around. Him, they. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, there you go.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Just don't get lost in any, like...
It has not pooped yet.
Weird
It has
hole.
peed, and luckily it peed right on me this morning, so I know where it peed.
That's
Otherwise, I'd be looking.
super lucky.
I was like sitting on my couch, and I was like, okay,
Oh, my God.
I guess you can pee.
All right, so what's next on the thing? Just watch your feet. We don't want to...
Well, the
Step on
Olympics.
it,
So the Olympics, I'm pretty excited. There'll be multiple events. One of the events will be a scavenger hunt inside of Funny Books, a scavenger hunt. So we will have a qualifying round to start with. You'll come in. We'll give you a list of items to find. It'll be varied items from throughout the store. It's not like we're hiding
Hold on.
things. It is from our available stock, what is on the shelves. So part of the concept of the Funny Books Olympics is if you're serious about winning a medal, which I've ordered, I have medals, gold, silver, and bronze for every event. If you're serious about winning a gold medal, a silver medal, or a bronze medal in the Funny Books Olympics, the best thing, to give you the best chance, you have to come into Funny Books and look around. Okay, you have to know how we organize things. If we asked you to get a comic by, let's say, a certain artist, well, if you don't know off the top of your head, I would maybe go to our artist boxes. You know, I don't want to give too many potential questions away,
Right.
but we might ask you to find a graphic novel by a certain publisher. Do you know where we keep each publisher?
I don't. I've only worked here for 32 years.
So definitely, if you're interested in entering, performing in, and winning a Summer Olympic Funny Books medal, you have to get into the store and look around. And a great opportunity to do that, of course, will be during
God.
next weekend's
So what?
Destroy. Where'd they go? Where'd she go?
She
Not
is-
behind this.
She is behind.
Ugh, that's not good. All right, I can figure that out later.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's why I got her from over there.
We'll figure that out.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, who knows what kind of holes are in the wall?
No, there's no holes in the wall. It's fine.
Are you sure?
She's fine. Yeah.
She's not meowing anymore.
She's okay. She's been like that when she goes under things. She gets comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're gonna have PETA after us or something.
Now I'm not going to be able to talk about anything because I'm just going to be thinking about this cat.
Kitten. So listen, other events may or may not include bagging and boarding comics. We happen to have 1,000 bags and 1,000 boards that need to be made this summer. So and so we're gonna have that done for us.
It's good.
During the Olympics. Maybe putting comics in order. Maybe a head-to-head competition putting comics in order. And also expect a beauty pageant type style question and answer session with judges. So we'll have a bag of questions. You'll pick a question out of the bag. We'll ask you the question like, if you had to fight one, let's say if you could pick a favorite supervillain of yours and why, and then you will answer the question and it will be judged with scorecards.
Okay.
Kevin is so far going to be a judge.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So expect that. Mentioning world peace during these
Always
answers
mention world peace.
is a bonus for extra points. And but the Funny Books Olympics are on Thursday night, June 27th, when we close at 6 o'clock. The event will take place here at Funny Books. We're hoping for good weather so we could do some events outside. But the main scavenger hunt will be inside the store. And then, like we said last week, there might even be a round where you can utilize your phone either to search Google or Funny Books Comic Hub online store to help you in your search. That would probably be a separate event or another level to the scavenger hunt event. So, if, for instance, if I asked you to find something with a random subtitle that you don't know about, you can search that on Google, find out what the book is, and then think of where we would keep that book. Or you can go on the Funny Books Hub and find it, because it's definitely going to be in stock on our store, and then locate it, try to figure out where it goes there. So a lot of good things going on with the Funny Books Olympics.
Yeah, that's, what is that, next week, 2 weeks?
That is the 27th, is the Thursday night, 2 weeks. This week is the birthday and Destroy Sales. The following week is the Olympics.
All right.
And speaking of our birthday, I believe we have a little slideshow prepared for our birthday.
We do. We have some old pictures set up.
Are we going to be on the screen at the same time?
No.
This way I can look for the cat as you go through the slideshow. And I'll look at the slideshow too.
The other way around.
You want to look for the cat?
Well, yeah, I mean, so
Holy
here we
cow,
go.
She is back there.
I told you that. Starting off, here is a picture of the original store before we opened with the coming soon posters.
Right. That coming soon Catwoman sign was drawn and painted by the very famous and talented Amanda Connor.
Yes, it was.
Meanwhile, Funny Steve himself drew the Spider-Man coming soon sign. And I believe that's Calvin and Hobbes on our old door.
I do believe it's hard to see because of the glare, but I believe that is Calvin.
Yes.
Reading comics.
Yep.
Look at that. So of those two people that did those posters.
Yeah.
One of them never left the store.
Right.
And the other one became super famous.
Yes.
But which one is which?
Well, I mean, fame is fame relative? I'm moderately famous. When I go to Food Town, a lot of people recognize me.
And here from our grand opening.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yes.
On the one side, you see another shot of the store after we've opened.
And there is the Superman mannequin.
With the Superman mannequin in the window display.
And the She-Hulk mannequin, which is a great mannequin that Amanda, I should say, when we first opened Funny Books, there was a store in Bergen County called Alexander's that had a big painting on the side of it. I don't know if you remember it or not.
Right.
But they were going out of business. And Amanda and I, at the time, lived in Norwalk, Connecticut. And to get here, we would pass that. And we saw that they were going out of business. So we went in there and we bought all their mannequins. We had to rent a big, giant, truck and get all these mannequins.
I remember at the old store, we had a basement where all the mannequins were kept.
Yeah, it was horrifying.
And it had very low light.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, it was very horrifying.
It just looked like bodies and limbs.
And worse than that, it was under a comic book store.
Yeah.
So Amanda really loved this one big mannequin, female mannequin,
Yeah.
and she turned that one into the She-Hulk.
Into the She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And next to that here, we have from our grand opening, where we all dressed up as Warlock in the Infinity Watch.
Yes.
On the left there, you can see me, 13-year-old me, dressed as Pip the Troll. Steve is Adam Warlock, of course. Amanda is Gamora. And cutting the ribbon is former Parsippany Mayor Frank Priori.
Yes, that is the former mayor. Rest in peace. He has passed away. I'm sorry, I tuned out for a minute. Did you mention Chris and Stephanie?
And Kristen's and
Yeah,
Stephanie
so that's
as Drax
that's
and-
my really good buddy Christopher from Seattle, and Stephanie, his wife, and they were a big part of the Funny Books grand opening.
And then there's this guy in the back.
Yeah, I know. It
Some,
looks like
some-
John Floyd
some
almost.
bearded man sneaking
Yeah.
up behind us.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Let's see what else we got here. More old-time Funny Books costumes.
Oh wow, look at those.
When we always used to dress up as a theme. On year 2, we were the X-Men. That's me in the bottom corner is Nightcrawler. Steve is Magneto. And Amanda is Rogue.
Yeah, you know that Magneto costume. Now listen, this is before cosplay, right? They didn't. I mean, maybe in small segments of society they were calling it cosplay.
Well, I mean, this was Halloween.
yeah, it's
When-
Halloween, but like they didn't even call it cosplay, so we're limited in what we can use. There's it's not. There's no YouTube videos of how to do this. So I am wearing grandma panties. Purple grandma panties.
That's the one part that's not part of the costume.
It's the only thing
That's just
purple
what,
I could
that's
find.
just what he wore.
Yeah. So, but
And then next to that
oh yeah, look at
is
that.
DC,
Yes,
where we have 2 Green Lanterns. Steve is Aquaman with the hook.
with the hook.
I'm dressed as Robin. And oh my, you should see Steve. You can't see it because we have these pictures up, but Steve's like crawling under everything.
I don't see this kitten anywhere.
Well, you're not going to see it under. She's behind the bookshelf.
Look out for a second.
We're going to have to pull apart this bookshelf.
Oh my god.
Or at the very least, pull those back issue boxes. Hold on, I'm going to go back to...
Kitty cat.
So Steve's down there. Look, you can...
where this cat is.
Hold on. That's Steve's butt.
Kitty cat.
I told you there might be a hole in the wall.
No way.
What do you mean, no way?
No way there's a hole in the wall. Oh god, I'm stuck.
This cat really took this show for a...
Oh god.
So,
Where the hell did this cat go?
back to the museum. We were there.
Yeah, keep going through the museum.
Yeah. All right. So these are some more of those window displays, like we were talking about in the big with the mannequin displays. On the left, we have Shadow Man and Master Dark from Valiant Comics. We're big Valiant Comics fans around here. Even the new current Valiant Comics, also very, very good. Next to that is Steve getting extra use out of his Magneto costume, putting it on the mannequin and doing a window display.
Oh yeah. Okay, you could go back. Check that out. Yeah, Shadow Man. The Shadow Man. Did we have Shadow Man Day also pictures?
I don't know if we have a picture from Shadow Man Day. Oh, and here is, we moved into this store, but before it got painted,
Right.
the patented red.
Right. This is an old picture of the store, probably early 2000s, because Pink Nails is next door to us. And that's before even Karma, the nail salon, came in. And actually, that's the dentist 2 doors down, and he's long gone.
And then, speaking of cats,
Speaking of cats, look at that. So
the original Funny Books cats.
Yeah, well, 2 of them.
2 of them.
The original Funny Books cat, when we opened at number 100, was a stray cat that was in the backyard, and it had a pattern on its back. It was kind of like almost like the cat on the left here, Jenny.
Yeah.
But it was it had a pattern on its back that was symmetrical, so we named the cat Rorschach, being huge Watchmen fans. And at some point, Rorschach had babies.
Well, Rorschach was Obsidian. So this cat,
Yeah.
this black cat on the right here, is Obsidian.
Right.
Rorschach and Obsidian had babies.
Oh.
Obsidian's the mother.
Oh,
Rorschach
right.
was the father.
Right. Yes.
And this cat on the left, Jenny, was one of Obsidian's babies.
Yeah.
And she was named Jenny because she looked like Rorschach, and her full name is Rorschach: The Next Generation.
And she became Jenny. Yes. And these cats were so when we moved over here, one building down, in order to be closer to the highway in 1996, the cats found their way into this backyard, and I set up actually a ladder so that they could climb the ladder
Before the ladder sale.
and they would climb the ladder, get in through the bathroom of Funny Books, and come into the store and hang out in the store.
Yes.
Yes, and eventually, Obsidian was getting old, so I took her across the street to my apartment, and I kept her there. And then eventually, same thing with Jenny, and obviously they're both gone now. But you know, we have this. What's that?
Rob, because you guys planned this, right?
No. This cat showed up last night, and Ziggy had already done the slideshow yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yes. Was that the end of the slideshow?
that's what I got.
Oh, okay. What time we got?
It's like 11:33.
Okay, perfect, right? So, Funny Books Olympics. Let's do a commercial. You want to do a commercial?
Let's do a commercial. Another unpaid commercial.
Here's another unpaid commercial because Zunday is unofficially sponsored
Officially, unofficially.
by Yoo-Hoo Chocolate Drink.
Ooh.
Shake it.
Shake it.
Yoo-Hoo and Funny Books. Yeah, I got these out of the jeans. They were at the very bottom. I had to actually return one because I didn't like the sediment at the bottom. But listen, honestly, I had this discussion with someone yesterday about Yoo-Hoo. We were talking about Yoo-Hoo.
Right.
Was it you?
No.
They said the best Yoo-Hoo. Oh, it was Dean next door at the music studio. He said the best Yoo-Hoo is a ice cold bottle of Yoo-Hoo, which I disagreed. An ice cold can of Yoo-Hoo is the best Yoo-Hoo.
What about an ice cold sippy box of you?
No, the can is the best.
I like the bottle. I'm a bottle guy.
But they didn't have cans, so I got us bottles.
I'll take a can, but I prefer a bottle.
And the show is not going to go an hour today because we need to stop the show to look for this cat.
The whole rest of the show is just going to be us silently drinking Yoo-Hoo.
Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink, 99% fat and caffeine and gluten free. That means there's 1% of fat, caffeine, and gluten, or 0.3333% of all three of those.
Well, it's 99% fat and caffeine free, and then it's gluten free. Oh, we opened it. We need to refrigerate it. It says refrigerate after open.
It's a good source of vitamins.
I say
think so?
vitamins.
So yeah, Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink. You know, there's nothing like a cold Yoo-Hoo with a bologna sandwich.
Ugh.
A hot dog maybe,
Hot dog, okay.
right?
A bologna sandwich?
Big plate of macaroni. No.
Macaroni.
All right.
All right, what do we got? What do we got to talk about?
Well, we are doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff in June.
yeah.
Part of the plan in June is to add stuff to the inventory. As I said before, I am going on a vacation in July, and so I'm trying to set up the store to really be, besides ladders in July, I want there to be a lot of product in here. So mostly Kevin and I and Anna have been going through boxes. This week we got rid of a big shelf in the closet and moved boxes from the closet to the garage and the garage to here. Kevin added a whole bunch of new stuff. A lot of the stuff hasn't been processed yet because we're waiting on price gun labels, which we got, and that stuff's going to go.
No price gun labels. Does that mean no prices? Everything's free.
So we restocked all of Marvel and all of DC recent back issues.
Yeah.
So if it's something recent,
right.
We also brought back in our story packs. I think we have
Story packs, also now called binge bundles.
they're binge bundles now. Yes, they're binge bundles. Get the whole story at once. It's comic books that make a set or a storyline. I think we have like 6 or 7 boxes already of these. They're all discounted. All the binge bundles are discounted. And we have a lot more coming in. And we're hoping to add more to our artist boxes, our cool covers boxes, our fantastic find boxes, and we're bringing our blank covers back because convention season is starting.
Very good.
I'm just excited to, expand our inventory, as best I can considering the size of our store.
Listen, we have the Space Economaster here.
Yes.
We can fit 3 stores into this one store.
You missed yesterday because I was singing the Space Economaster theme. I used to be the Space Economizer. I've gotten even better at organizing space, and I've been promoted to the Space Economaster.
Space Economaster! Master of Space!
So whenever I fit something perfectly, I have to sing that song. And yesterday was like when I was working in that closet. You won't believe where I put the comic book houses. It is amazing. You can't fit a paper plate in this thing. Only what I put in there. Oh, the Space Economaster. Master of Space! Yes. So I'm excited. Definitely take a look when you come back in. We're adding new stuff all the time.
Very cool.
Very cool. Oh, and, well, like I said, we do have to find this cat.
We do have to find. Let's just real quickly.
I have something.
What
do you have?
Well, I'm missing a piece. No, I don't know. Do we want to make a quick rundown?
Yes, yeah. So at the end of the show every week, because we don't want our shows to appear too dated to talk about current things hitting the shelves too much, but we do want to go over Last Call and next Wednesdays. I'm going to try to maybe we'll have a segment in the future, like we'll do this in 1 minute or 2 minutes. We'll have like a minute and we'll just go through this whole thing really quick.
Boom, boom.
So you can go to Comic Hub
boom,
customer portal,
boom,
which you can get through to the from funnyrama.com.
Funnyrama.com.
Go to the customer portal.
Yes.
Not the store. The store is different. And you can do 2 things today. Of course, today's the second week that you can do your Last Call through Sunday. Last Call is about a month out. And then, of course, Zunday. And then you could get on and do next Wednesday, too, for the stuff that's coming out this week. So on Last Call, I took a look this morning.
Yeah.
There's some good things on Last Call. Marvel has the Avengers Twilight graphic novel on Last Call. So it's a recent kind of Dark Knight Returns-ish story by Chip Zdarsky.
Yep.
We have all the issues in the back issues. They'll be half price during Destroy All Sales, our sale of Mass Armageddon.
Yep.
And
as part of the fallback sale.
As part of the fallback sale. But now you can order the graphic novel ahead of time. Blood Hunt number 5.
Blood Hunt number 5.
That's on Last Call.
Both regular and Red Band edition.
Red Band edition. If you're interested in the Red Band edition, the best option is to order it on Last Call. You'll definitely get it. It's guaranteed.
Because they've been selling
crazy, yeah. And Blood Hunt's doing very well. And also the reason to do it is so you can pick the cover you like. Because Blood Hunt has a bunch. Ultimate X-Men 5 is on Last Call. It's getting really good reviews. It's a little different.
Peach Momoko.
She writes and draws it. It's definitely an Eastern-inspired X-Men tale.
And what is this? Dunkin' Donuts, Woman Without Fear?
Dunkin' Donuts, Woman Without Fear, number 1.
Yeah.
I guess that's going to star Elektra. And
Elektra as Dunkin' Donuts?
She's going to be working at Dunkin' Donuts.
That's a good, that's yeah. You know what?
Yes.
That's probably, that would sell better than Elektra as a ninja or as a daredevil.
Yes. This is an older Elektra. She's on Medicaid.
That's why she works in... Well, I got some Yoo-hoo.
On this side. Yeah. I don't know.
Yoo-hoo.
Also, Namor number
Yoo-hoo.
1. Or Namor.
Namor, the submariner.
Oh, that's what I meant to tell you. Now I remember.
Oh, yeah?
My mom says that I say a lot. Watching the video, she says I say a lot. So, I had an idea. Yesterday, I was talking to her about the show, and I said, well, I can solve that by having Ziggy condition me to not say So, which reminds me of a story from the Baltimore Comic Book Convention when we went down there, and my entire life have said Thanos.
Right.
Instead of Thanos. My entire life. So it's really hard for me to change to Thanos. Not with Ziggy around. Because every time, and we talk about Thanos a lot, I don't know what we talk about more, Thanos or Planet of the Apes. But yeah, it's even.
It's a lot. Not, which is only, but how much we talk about Thanos and Planet of the Apes together is only half as much as Steve talks about the Poseidon Adventure.
That's true. I love it. Love the Poseidon Adventure. Even though it traumatized me as a child. So, what was I talking about?
I think where the story's going.
Oh, yeah.
Is that
Yes.
whenever it comes up and whenever he says Thanos, I just immediately say Thanos.
No, you say who?
Oh.
Who? That's what you do. So
Right.
all the way to Baltimore, all during Baltimore.
I do that with Shazam and Captain Marvel. Every time
Yeah,
I say
who?
Shazam, I'm like,
Who?
no, I say Captain Marvel.
Yeah. So literally by the end of that trip, I was saying Thanos. It was complete conditioning, and I think every time you say you should do something so that I'll stop.
I have to
saying it.
notice it though.
You'll notice it now.
Apparently, I haven't.
I'll throw a couple in on purpose and see if you notice it. What are you gonna do though?
Who?
You're gonna go
so funny. Thanos who?
I know he tortured me during that trip.
God.
Like we'd be talking about, I'd be telling him this great story.
Yeah.
It'd be like that, and I'd be like, in Thanos, he'd be like,
Who?
Who?
That's so good. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, but I still say commemorate.
But my favorite though, speaking of the Shazam and Captain Marvel one, so all the time, every time he would call the original Captain Marvel Shazam, I would just immediately say Captain Marvel, correct Captain Marvel. And one time, again at the Baltimore Comic Con, we were talking to who? Do you remember who we were talking to? Last Living Boy or whatever the
David Gallagher.
David Gallagher, yeah. And I was wearing a Captain Marvel shirt, and it says Shazam on it because it has to. But and David Gallagher goes, "Ooh, nice Shazam shirt," and me and Steve both at the same time because I conditioned both go Captain Marvel.
Yes.
And corrected him. I was like,
Yes. He's conditioned me.
I conditioned him to correct people. And
So
say
every
Captain
time
Marvel.
I say I want you to say like make fun of me or something. So I'll stop saying it.
All right, I have to notice it. I can't guarantee I'll notice.
Okay, maybe people can comment
Because
when I say
when you say, it happened again.
Oh man,
I feel
what's
like
the show?
I know. It's okay. I know how to fix it.
All right, if you hear me say you can comment in the comments and bully me that way.
Can you imagine if we didn't have this monitor and we didn't know that it turned
Sideways?
sideways?
I know. It was ridiculous. Okay, also on Last Call is the Immortal. It says Thor. It means Thor. Even though Thor is a character made famous by Joe Kubert. But this is the Immortal Thor annual, and the reason I put it on the sheet is because, remember, we'll try to catch it, but if your Thor subscription sometimes doesn't include the annual, we will try to add it. And also, if you're interested in this Infinity Watch story where the gems or the stones are in play again, it's going to be through told in a series of annuals. So you can go under the next Wednesday section and get to the events, and you can find the whole Infinity Watch event and pick out what you want to get Infinity Watch.
That's pretty good.
Instead of doing the Last Call every week and looking for them every week. Also, X-Force #1. This must be part of the X-Men.
This is the new
relaunch.
From the Ashes relaunch.
Okay.
Really wish that cat would speak.
I know. We have to find the cat. Transformers 10.
The Transformers books, the whole Energon universe has been phenomenal. Best comics being published right now. Transformers, G.I. Joe, Void Rivals. Awesome.
Geiger 4 is on Last Call.
Second best comics being made right now.
Yeah, the
whole Ghost Machine.
Yeah,
So good.
And the Unnamed Saga. And also I put Gun Honey 3 on here because it has so many covers, and people that do read Gun Honey, which is kind of like a femme fatale crime book, a lot of those customers like to choose their covers.
Yep.
So the best way to do that is Last Call. Because if you don't do Last Call, you're going to have to choose from the covers I decide to get and what we have left when we put them on the shelf. Also, there's a lot of second printings on Last Call. If you're into second printings of things, a lot of ultimate second printings this week. There's just a whole bunch of different second printings of things. And graphic novels that we may or may not order. You'll see them on Last Call. We don't order every single graphic novel. And then,
like, for instance, though, I think we are going to order this because I think we should get the whole lineup on the shelf. On Last Call this week is the Exo Man of War Origins trade paperback, which collects the first, I want to say, maybe 12 or so issues of the Robert Venditti
oh, nice.
Exo Man of War Room, which is awesome. The new Valiant, which is published actually by Alien Books, they're going to be doing a whole line of Valiant Universe Origins trades, which is going to put a nice, thick graphic novel of the origin stories of like the original 1 through whatever of all their different characters for only like $25.
Yeah.
They're going to be really
Oh.
good deals. And like I said before, we love Valiant here. So
Speaking
I
of which,
absolutely recommend it.
next week we have to talk about the DC Compact Editions, which we're getting more of this week. 'Cause
Oh, those are great.
The
Yeah.
Watchmen and the Court of Owls came
Yep.
in these little books, and they're $10.
$10
For
And
the
they're
Watchmen.
They're doing more of them too. They're doing
Yeah.
the Far Sector, the
Yeah.
Green Lantern Far
Yep,
Sector book.
mhm,
That was really
yep.
good.
That's going to be great for vacation stuff. They fit in your backpack. It's going to be great.
And it's DC, so you know half of them will be Batman.
Yes, and Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian
Speaking of
Age
which.
number 2, right?
Yes.
That's on Last Call. So Kryptonian Age number 1
Oh.
came out this week.
And what also came out this week or last week was the facsimile edition of the original Gotham by Gaslight, drawn by Mike Mignola.
And if you're not familiar, Gotham by Gaslight has Batman in the Victorian era, where he has to not fight but contest with Jack the Ripper.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Elseworlds started, which is DC's basically what-if line of alternate universes where the characters are different. They got rid of it, I don't know why, but it's back now. They announced it at last year's New York Comic Con that they're bringing Elseworlds back. This is the first new Elseworlds book. It's the Kryptonian Age. It introduces Superman to the Victorian DC universe.
Yes.
And then also I put Absolute Power Task Force 7, number 1 on this list because Absolute Power is coming. It's DC's biggest summer event. And again, there is an event listing for Absolute Power that you can go to on Comic Hub and reserve Absolute
Scroll down
Power.
to the bottom.
Yes. Lastly, before we end the show...
and look for the cat.
Yeah, next week, which is this Wednesday,
Yes.
there's some great comics coming out. I just thought maybe I'd go down the line of maybe
Yeah.
we'll do the top 10.
All right.
Let's do 10.
Should we alternate?
Yeah, let's do 10 starting here and go down
Oh,
to 1.
okay.
And so 10's a tie, so
10's
it's
a
really
tie.
going to be 11.
Right.
I'll start. Number 10.5. Venomverse Reborn, number 1.
10.0. Sensational She-Hulk, number 9.
Number 9. Immortal Thor, number 12.
Number 08. Wonder Woman 10.
Our 7th most popular title this week will be Nightwing 115.
And in 6th place, it's Destro, number 105.
Part of the Energon universe.
Part of the Energon universe. Correct.
Coming in at number 5, Batman Superman, World's Finest 28. I'm not sure if that Imp story is over or not yet. I'm not sure if that's part
I
of it.
think I read it, and I don't remember.
Okay.
At a tie.
Oh my God.
A tie at number 3.
Yes.
Uh,
Basically, this is the top 4.
this is the top 4. Coming in tied at number 3. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Last Ronin, Re-Evolution, number 2. We've been waiting a long time for this one.
Yeah, there's over a month, like almost 2 months between issues.
Yeah.
At number 3, also tying with the TMNT Last Ronin Re-Evolution number 2, is the new Batman 149, 1 issue away from 150.
And in 2nd place, from the main Marvel Universe, is Amazing Spider-Man, number 52.
Yes, and in 1st place is from the Ultimate Marvel Universe, it's Ultimate Spider-Man number 6 is Funny Book's number 1 title this upcoming Wednesday, June 19th.
All right.
Can I get the sign?
Hey, remember when this used to say Tiny Books on it?
Yes. Turn your Sundays into Zunday live streaming Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. on the Funny Books YouTube channel. These signs just show up. I don't know who makes them.
Who makes them?
I don't know. Forms, signs, vouchers.
Shake it.
They just show up out of nowhere. Well, we didn't do an Action Figure Kingdom commercial. We'll get to that next week. Remember, Funny Books is open today, noon to 5. It's Sunday. It's hosted by my man Ziggy. Anything you see in the store, we happen to be in front of one of our all ages bookcases. We have down here,
And that's the Marvel wall over there.
these are all our DC middle grade reading. We have Minecraft. We even got a Roblox book this week. I'm pretty excited about that. Star Wars dad jokes. If you're in town today and you haven't prepared,
Perfect.
this is great. This has got the dumbest jokes you've ever read in your life, other than that stupid joke.
Let's try.
book
I'm going
me-
to pick one at random.
Okay.
I'm going to pick one at random.
Kevin and I have a better joke book that we read that's really dumb.
All right, here I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Why did Luke fall into the watering hole when he went out with his training helmet on? Why did Luke fall into the watering hole when he went out with his training helmet on? You might remember his training helmet. from the original Star Wars.
Yeah.
When he's learning the
Right,
lightsaber.
because it blinds you. The training helmet has an opaque face,
Yes.
so you can't see.
Right.
Uh,
And why did he fall into the watering hole?
Right. Well is going to be in the answer of the joke.
Keep
Because
going.
he didn't know the Force very well.
Very
Yet.
close. Very close. Because he couldn't see that well.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I love dad jokes.
Why aren't there any cantinas on Kessel?
Kessel is where the run was made. The Kessel Run? Was that the Kessel Run?
Yes, but it's also famous for its spice mines, the spice mines of Kessel.
What's the question?
Why aren't there any cantinas on Kessel?
I don't know.
One of us says water weird. Which one?
Water?
Yeah, it must be me. I said water a lot during that thing.
Water. No,
Do
I probably
say water
say
weird?
it.
I don't know.
Because I'm more
Which
from,
one of us says water weird?
Probably me. I'm from Union County or Hudson County, so bother. My grandmother said burl the water.
Anyway, the
Guttenberg.
reason why there aren't any cantinas on Kessel is they don't serve minors. Get it? But minors spelled
Miners
people
would
who
know.
with
an E.
with an E. Yeah, people who work in a mine.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because the spice
because
mines.
it's a cantina.
Did you say spice mines?
The spice mines of Kessel. Yeah,
Sounds like Dune.
both Dune and it's Ziggy because he's stupid. That's fantastic.
That's a good comment.
That is a good comment.
So here we go. We even have Dogman. We have one volume of Dogman left.
Yeah,
But
we need more Dogman.
we have a ton of stuff back here. And anyway, remember, everything that you see here, see in the background, see in the store, you can actually purchase. We don't need Whatnot. We don't need eBay. We have an online store. And our online store has shipping.
and we also have eBay.
And we also have eBay.
But we don't need it.
Yeah, we don't need it
want
because we have our own online store and everything is priced and you could just jump on, pick out what you want, search, etc., put it in a cart, purchase it, and we'll ship it to you. So even if you're
Funny
listening,
Books opens in 6 minutes.
if you're listening to this from anywhere in the world, well, I don't know, do we ship in the world?
We don't ship in the world.
Okay, so let's go USA. USA, you can.
USA.
You can-
USA.
This is the flag that I was looking for last week and I couldn't find. So there you go. USA. Anywhere in the USA, we ship. All right, Zig.
All
If
right.
it's Sunday, it's Zunday. See you next Zunday.
Kabingi! And I don't know how to